And I think the problem with some of us is we don't have our priorities straight. We trying to please people that like, I really just don't be trying to please people because like people don't even know you. Like that's why I don't argue on social media and stuff. I used to argue on social media years ago. Like I get caught up in these debates. It's like somebody debate with me. I'm like, you told me. Like it's been times on social media that I'll try to chime in on something or give somebody a perspective. And keep in mind, like people don't know you. We don't really know each other, y'all. No, people don't know what you do. They don't know what you about. They just see a avatar. They see a picture, a profile picture, and maybe some of your thoughts, and they jump to conclusions. But it's like, bro, some of the stuff you be trying to help people, it's like, oh, they don't know. You don't know I got this experience. So I'm arguing with a person because they didn't put their whole life on here. Now I'm arguing with you, and you a lazy, thirsty horse that don't like you ain't performed at your job on no level, but I'm arguing with you on Facebook about something that I was trying to help you with. It's like, you told me I'm still gonna drink this water. Like I'm getting water. I don't know what to tell you. And so what's the point that I'm making? It's like, man, we gotta have some ambition. We gotta have some energy and some self-respect, some standards. Like lazy people throw me off, fam. Like lazy people throw me off. You say you exhausted hearing about my Facebook experiences. Look, me as well. People be tripping on Facebook. I don't really engage in that stuff no more though. Like I don't really be talk if somebody ain't on what I'm on, I just keep moving. And the other part of who I'm talking to is the person that brought the horse to water. Because here's what I realized. It's very easy to get discouraged when you out here trying to help people and you know they need help, but they complaining why they ignore help. And the thing about the message is you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. That's not just about the horse that won't drink the water. It's also about the person that led them to it. You got to let things go and put them in God's hand. And I think a lot of times as Christians, we almost want to control people. We almost like want to force people to be saved, force people to live for God, force people. And you start realizing like, bro, all the forcing in the world ain't going to work. You led them to the water. Like that's our job as disciples of Christ. Lead them to water. Spread the good news of Jesus. And if they reject it, wipe the dust off your feet on the way out the door. Get a water to somebody else. Look, don't stop leading people to water because 100 people rejected it. And I think that's the part of it for us believers is don't stop leading them to water because they not listening, bro. It's not about them listening. It's not about you going viral. We act like stuff only matter if it go viral. Like it ain't nah, bro. That ain't. It's gonna be 5 people to hear this podcast. Like this, it ain't gotta be viral. It's water though. I'm telling you, it's water, dog. You have to dust off your shoes and keep going about your father's business. That's exactly what we got to do, Jen. Doug, what up, fam? Appreciate you. And so my point for us is, the Bible says, don't be weary in well doing. Like if you leading people to water, you doing what you're supposed to do. The water is still wet, even if they don't drink it. So don't be discouraged because you're judging the value of your leadership on how many people drink the water. That's not it. Only they have the power to receive. How do I know this? Because if it was any other way, everybody in the world would be saved because Jesus said he willed that all would be saved. Jesus literally wants everybody to be saved. And he's the living water. Oh, look at that. Oh, a word. Oh, I just got a word. He's the living water. We're supposed to lead people to Christ. We're supposed, a word. Oh, I got it. Oh, there's a word. You're supposed to lead people to water, but you can't make nobody receive him. They got the free will. He not even making them receive him. Even Jesus ain't making you receive him. So that's a word for the people that's been, you feeling discouraged because it's like, yo, I'm doing the right thing. And like, I feel like I'm saying the right stuff and I'm about to give up. Don't let the enemy make you quit. The water is still wet. I promise you. It still hydrates. It still has its nutritional value. Like if that horse even just got a sip, it may change their whole, it may change their whole life. Like you gotta be willing to keep preaching the truth even when nobody's listening. And you know what I think, fam? You feel me, Doug? I think the problem for a lot of us is if nobody listening, we get discouraged. Man. It's gonna come a time, bro. It's gonna come a time where the ark is gonna come in handy. They might not have been listening, but it's still gonna rain, bro. It's still gonna rain, bro. And when it's done, it'll still be a rainbow. When it's done, listen, it's still gonna rain in season, out of season, fam. And so the problem with us is we're placing the value on the reception versus the delivery. It's the water. So like this is where the whole itching ears thing come in, and this is where you see a lot of weird things on. I see a lot of weird things when I do check social media every now and then. It's like weird. You start seeing churches doing weird stuff to get attention from people, and it's a tricky thing to me because it actually works, which tells me just because something works don't mean it's right. Like something can work. I can do something to get a lot of eyes on the podcast and like, ooh, now people know who I am and I got all these people. And there's nothing wrong with growing. Don't get me wrong. If you out there growing and you killing it and you doing it God's way, I want to make sure like that ain't what I'm not saying growth is negative. Doing weird things for growth is weird. And so I'm seeing a lot of churches going above and beyond and getting weirder and like creepier and like you seeing these antics out there to try to like it seems like it's more about, hey, people are receptive to this, so let's do it because we want more people to be engaged with the content. We want more people watching the show. We want more likes on Instagram, more likes on Facebook, more shares, please. And I'm telling you, I get it. I get the struggle because this digital world is new. Like in my lifetime, this is the first time we had all these factors. When I was in high school, I didn't have to worry about, hey, how many followers you got? What's your brand? And how many subscribe? Like that wasn't a thing. It was just like who you are in real life is who you are. If you funny, you got to be funny in class. I don't care if you funny on YouTube. You got to be funny right here. Like I became the class clown in high school because I was making people laugh in real life. Not because I went home, edited a video, and chopped it up, and they saw me, and I got look. It's all good if you going viral and stuff like that. Cool, but the problem becomes don't be a slave to the viral nature. And I think it's easy to do. I think it's easier than most people think to become a slave to all this stuff. Like I said, I took a break for 2 months from